Josh and Caleb.
Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at another collection within my library. Got my Halloween shirt on, which should give away if you haven't read the title by now. We're going to be looking at my John Carpenter collection. Pretty interesting. There's probably a few films in here that you did not know he directed. So we'll just jump right in. He directed Elvis, the movie. That's probably the first one that tripped you up. Yeah, with Kurt Russell, who starred as Elvis. A biopic. Yeah, I knew nothing, absolutely nothing about this until I saw it at Goodwill one day. I'm like, oh, Kurt Russell's in that. Who directed that? John Carpenter. Are you serious? I mean, he did other films outside of horror. He did some sci-fi films also. But yeah, pretty interesting. Elvis the movie, directed by John Carpenter. That is crazy. Then a decent remake, which for John Carpenter is few and far between. Anyway, Assault on Precinct 13, which the first one is more of a thriller slash horror because they're being attacked by all these people. This one's more of an action film, but that's okay. It's pretty good, actually. Like I said, for John Carpenter, is hard to come by a good remake. Anyway, this one's really good. Ethan Hawke, John Leguizamo, Ja Rule, Lawrence Fishburne, yeah. And then I forgot to mention this in the Wes Craven movie, Body Bags, which Wes Craven actually has a cameo in, and Mark Hamill is in it. That's cool. Hooper also directed this with John Carpenter. I really enjoy this. It's like an anthology film. Really cool. Uh, Maybe I can find it on DVD one day. That would be great. But until then, oh, stupid man. And that artwork, how cool is that? Before we move on, I actually talked to John Carpenter once. Not in person, obviously, but he was doing a convention in Philadelphia, and he did this live Q&A where you could just write in a question and he would answer. So he talked to me for like a minute. Him and his wife, Adrian Duro, Sales Westfield. Anyway, they did a convention together in Philadelphia. Anyway, so I was asking him about that and stuff. He has not done one since, so kind of a bummer I didn't go to that one, but yeah, at the time, I, anyway, And didn't want to travel all that way by myself. That was way before I knew CS, so I wouldn't have known anybody there. Anyway, rabbit trail. So I actually talked to him once. Hopefully I can actually talk to him in person one day. Anyway, moving on. Memoirs of Invisible Man. Yeah, directed by John Carpenter. This was another one I found at Goodwill, and I'm like, who directed that? Oh, John Carpenter. You wouldn't know that by looking at the artwork. Definitely. Yep, he did that. Then, one based on a Stephen King novel, Christine. I remember liking this one. Need to revisit it. Then a great vampire movie, Vampires. I enjoy this one. It's one of the better vampire films, in my opinion. Uh, then one that's not so great, the sequel, Los Muertos, directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, who's directed a lot of Stephen King films. Did he? Yeah, he produced it, but that's about it. John Bon Jovi is wow. I don't remember much about this, to be honest. Yeah, it's a sequel, and he produced it. Then one of the better John Carpenter films, Starman. Jeff Bridges, Karen Allen, who most of you know from Indiana Jones. Really enjoy this one. Hopefully I can upgrade at some point. Then the John Carpenter Master of Fear collection comes with The Thing, which might be my favorite. That or Halloween or They Live. One of those would be my favorite. Anyway, The Thing, Prince of Darkness, which has Alice Cooper. They Live, which is great. And Village of the Damned, which is a remake. And it's very good. Yeah, The Thing, obviously being the best one on here, but this is a great little collection here. If you're starting out collecting horror, this would be a good one to grab. This light is, okay, trying to fix it. It glares. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Just deal with it. A couple documentaries. Halloween 25 years later. This one is really good. All about Halloween. So enjoy that one. Then Fear Makers. Pretty cool. Volume 2. There's another volume, but I don't believe, I forget why I didn't grab that one. I think it's because I don't like any of those documentaries on there. Anyway, this one has one about John Carpenter, so that's why I have it. Then a TV movie I'm sure none of you have, well, a lot of you have never seen. Someone's Watching Me. Comment below if you've seen this film. I knew nothing about it until I saw it at Movie Stop one day. And I looked on the back, and there it was, John Carpenter. Does it say that it was a TV movie? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, I enjoy this one. Uh, she moves into a high-rise apartment, and then someone follows her, and no one believes her. Yeah, someone is watching. Great film. If you haven't seen it, which I'm sure a lot of you have not, definitely check it out. Okay, next is an underrated one, in my opinion. A lot of you probably do not like this film. That's okay. Ghost of Mars. I actually really enjoy this one. Ice Cube, Natasha Henstridge from She Spies, and Urban Legends, which is a great show she did. Anyway, yeah, I enjoy this one. I remember when it came out, 2001. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun. Uh, then his last film he has ever directed. Now he pretty much sticks to producing and he does music concerts. Because if you didn't know, he scored a bunch of his own films. Anyway, the last one he ever directed was The Ward, which came out in 2011. So almost 10 years ago, he has not directed a movie. That's crazy. Wait, that's Amber Heard? I honestly did not know that until I just looked at that. That's Amber Heard. That shows how irrelevant she actually was before she met Johnny Depp. Wow, I didn't even know that was her. Interesting. Learn something new every day, right? Huh, cool. And Danielle Panabaker, I like her. Jared Harris. Interesting. So yeah, that was the last film he ever directed. He has since produced the new Halloween film. I enjoy that one. One of my favorites that nobody ever talks about, Big Trouble in Little China. Man, this film is good. Uh, just recently rewatched it, and it was better than I even remembered. Such a fun film. Uh, Horror, kung fu, mixed with sci-fi. Such an interesting concept for a film. Kurt Russell is great, and Kim Cattrall. I really like this one. Jack Burton. Yep, this is definitely top 5 for sure. Another one up there would be The Fog. Not the awful remake. This is the original. Actually has practical effects. That's what's great. Jamie Lee Curtis is in this one. Who else? I always forget. Who's that? Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a great film. If you haven't seen it by some miracle, definitely check it out. Put it on your watch list. Then one, again, I'm sure a lot of you have never seen, In the Mouth of Madness. This is a crazy movie about this author who's writing a book and it starts coming to life. Ah, Sam Neill is in this. I enjoy this one. It's a fun movie, definitely. A lot of creature effects in here. So yeah, definitely put this on your watch list. It is great. Then They Live. Love this film. Love that artwork too. Definitely check it out if you have not seen this. Then Halloween 2018. I enjoyed this one. It's they just forget all the other sequels happened, and this is the next film, which works, most of the movie until they trap him and light him on fire, and he's still alive. Anyway, uh, they should have just kept calling him Halloween. Now we have Halloween Kills and uh, Halloween Dies, I think. Yeah. So we'll see how those are uh, when we see them. Then it's not really a remake, it's more of a prequel, I guess. The Thing, I don't know. Um, the story behind this is actually more interesting than the movie itself because Tom, Tom Woodruff, Alec Gillis and Tom Woodruff Jr. did practical effects for this entire movie. They shot the whole movie with practical effects, and they looked awesome. Then the director got to the cutting room floor and he said, "No, that doesn't work for me. We have to put CGI over all of this." And obviously, Tom and Alec were gutted because they spent all this time making practical effects for this movie, and none of them, well, technically they're used, but they're all covered with CGI. Anyway, look up on YouTube about this film. It's very interesting. It's a shame they didn't go with the practical effects. Anyway, they went with CGI. That's okay. It really is. It's okay. I mean, it is what it is. Could have been better with practical, but that's okay. But definitely look that up on YouTube. It is very entertaining. I enjoy the film for what it is. One I do not enjoy in any sense is the Fog remake. What an awful film. You think the CGI is bad in The Thing? Watch this film. Like, I mean, could you not get people and put them in makeup for the pirates? You had to do like CGI for everything. Anyway, I don't really want to spend time talking about it. Awful film. Then one he actually made in college, I believe. Yeah, student film. Dark Star, which is like a dark comedy they made with a few of his college buddies. They actually added, yeah, a 68-minute student film. Yep. And they added 15 minutes to that. I actually really enjoy this one. It is very low budget, but funny, and it works for me. Then Escape from LA. Pretty decent sequel. Not nearly as great as the first one, but I enjoy it. Then the first Escape from New York. The first, yeah, Escape from New York. That's it. Escape from LA. Anyway, it's been a long day. I enjoy this one. It came in, I got it in a box set. Pretty cool. I enjoy that one. Then we'll end with my cool Halloween box set. Blu-ray from Shout Factory. Not sure if I'll be getting the Friday the 13th box set, because I have the 10 version. Anyway, I enjoy these films. He actually only did one, he produced number 2, and then he produced Halloween H2O. I believe that's all he helped with. Oh, and he produced the Rob Zombie ones. No. They are what they are, that's for sure. I don't like them that much. But I love H2O and I love Halloween 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. So, yeah. 3's interesting. It's different, at least. Resurrection is awful. Curse of Michael Myers is somewhat watchable. Anyway, Halloween 2 is very bad. The Rob Zombie one. Anyway, it's a cool box set. So that is it. That's John Carpenter. Did not think I would go 20 minutes talking about John Carpenter, but I did. Because his stack is like way smaller than Wes Craven's big pile. There was a lot of Wes Craven. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your favorite John Carpenter movie, and if you've seen Elvis the movie. That's crazy they directed that. Anyway, uh, more videos coming soon as always. Until then, I'm Josh. If I don't see you out thrifting, I'll see you at the movies eventually. Bye.